So what happens when the convenience we all love, the gig economy, what happens when that runs headfirst into the absolute darkest side of human nature? Well, that's what this is all about. This is the story of the severed head delivery. And believe me, it exposes a terrifying vulnerability that's hiding just under the surface of a simple tap on your phone.
Just imagine hearing those words. Don't open it, just deliver. I mean, it sounds like a simple instruction for a simple job, right? But those 6 words, they carried a weight that would just completely unravel into an absolute nightmare. So what could possibly be in that box to deserve a warning that chilling?
Well, we found out the answer on December 3rd, 2025 in Los Angeles. For one Uber driver, what started out as just another fare, another ping on the app, would end up exposing this horrifying weakness at the very heart of the entire gig economy.
So let's get into it. How does a totally routine delivery go so horribly wrong? Well, it all started with a request that looked no different from thousands of others happening all across the city at that exact moment.
I mean, look at the details here. It's an Uber Connect job. The package? Just one taped-up cardboard box. The fare was pretty decent, $42 for a route across Koreatown. You look at this, and nothing, absolutely nothing suggests this was anything other than a normal, everyday delivery.
Okay, so here's the timeline. At 6:15 p.m., a customer in a hoodie drops off the box with that warning. Just 10 minutes later, a smell starts to fill the car, a smell of rot and iron. The driver's heart is pounding, you have to imagine. He pulls over. He just can't deliver it, not now. So at 6:31, totally against the customer's orders, he tears open the tape, and just 1 minute later, he's on the phone with 911.
And inside that box was a human head, a young woman, her eyes still open. This wasn't some kind of sick prank or a movie prop. This was real, horrifyingly real.
So, what happens next? The immediate aftermath wasn't just a police investigation, you see. It also triggered this whole corporate response from Uber, and frankly, it's one that raised just as many questions as it answered.
So take a look at how the company reacted. I mean, within minutes, poof, the sender's account vanished. The driver gets an email that basically says, "Do not speak to the media." Now, they did offer compensation, and they claimed to be cooperating with the police, but they refused to release key evidence, like the dashcam footage, to the public. It's like a textbook crisis response, right? But it just feels so chillingly clinical.
$5,000. That was the number. $5,000. That's the amount they offered for trauma compensation. It's like the price tag Uber put on the experience of discovering a human head in your car.
And a week later, the investigation was pretty much hitting a brick wall. The victim? Still unidentified. The sender used a fake name and a stolen credit card, basically creating a digital ghost. And with that crucial evidence, like the dashcam footage, being kept private, the trail was going cold, fast. But here's where this story takes an even darker turn. Because as absolutely horrific as that Los Angeles incident was, it wasn't a one-off. It wasn't an isolated event. It was part of a pattern.
Right. So we have the LA incident in 2025. This was the one that blew everything open.
But let's go back a year, to March 2024 in Chicago. Another Uber Connect driver reports a cooler that's leaking blood. Inside, police find a human torso.
And we can go back even further. 2023, New York City. A package is dripping some kind of red liquid. And what's inside? Human organs. This has been happening for years.
And this quote from a driver's Reddit forum, it just says it all, doesn't it? We're literally delivering body parts now. The people on the front lines, the drivers themselves, they were starting to realize the potential danger hidden inside every single unlabeled package they picked up. So this pattern, it exposes a really fundamental flaw, right? It's a courier's dilemma that's built right into the design of the service. I mean, how can a platform that's built on speed and anonymity protect its drivers and the public from being used for something so sinister?
You have to remember, Uber Connect was launched back in 2020 for same-day local delivery. We're talking about gifts, documents, stuff you sell online. It was never ever intended to become this anonymous, unchecked courier for the absolute unthinkable.
And that brings us to the central question of this whole story. Has the incredible convenience of same-day delivery accidentally created this unintentional, unregulated courier service for criminals?
a way to move evidence or who knows what else, with just the tap of a button.
So the box may have been opened, but this case, it is far from closed. The questions that are still lingering and the human trauma that remains. A driver, after seeing photos of the victim, said this, and it just gets right to the heart of the matter. I can't unsee those eyes. Uber paid me to forget, but I never will. You just can't put a price on that kind of trauma. For the drivers caught up in this, the psychological damage is permanent. That memory of what was in that box, that's never going away.
So in the end, we're left with this question. When you build a platform that's all about speed and anonymity, who is responsible when it gets exploited for absolute horror? Is it the anonymous user hiding behind a stolen credit card? Or is it the company that built the very system that made it all possible in the first place?